Seafox 246 Commander. With an overall length of 24 feet 4 inches, a beam of 8 feet 6 inches, and max horsepower rating of 300.
All right, let's take a look at the Seafox 246 Commander. Once again, we're in that same size range that we've been in, but boy, I tell you what, it's got some sweet features, make it a true offshore fishing boat. It's got the build of a larger boat. It's got a downward straight, throw your water down and away from you. It rides really dry. I rode it all morning. Big, high, flared bow. This boat is not at home in the river. You can do it. That's not her home. Where she came from is closer to the Gulf Stream.
Well, we talked about these boats, including the family. If you look at their bow seating, they did something kind of unique we haven't seen. We've seen a lot of bow seating on a lot of the boats that we've tested. They actually have two positions. You can face forward if you want the wind in your face, but if you've got people sitting in the front of the console, you want to have a conversation, you can also turn and face backwards. That's something that's unique.
There's a lot more than that that's unique about this. T-top with 2 boxes. One of them playing a very vital role. I can't wait to get on board and show you that.
All right, we're going to start off in the stern of this boat, because one thing I really like about the size of this class, single power. You don't have to have twins. Outboards are so much more reliable now. You'll get a lot better performance out of a big single than you would out of a pair of smaller twins. It's less expensive to buy, less expensive to maintain. It's going to burn less fuel.
We used to have a rule: never go more than 10 miles offshore with a single engine. That's gone. The only thing I can equate it to, Dave, is that your outboard now almost rivals your car. You don't get in your car like you and I did when we were kids, going, come on, baby, you know, and have it start. You turn the key, you know it's going to start with today's motors.
Well, one thing that we haven't seen on the boats that are in this class, a ski pole. I mean, if you're going to take your family out and you're going to have kids or even young adults, they're going to want to be pulled on some kind of a water tube or a boogie board or something like that. How cool is it to have a ski pole like this that gets that ski rope at a much better angle than attaching it to the transom? That cushion that you're leaning against swings out of the way, and that way when you come up on the dive ladder right there, you come right through the cushion into the boat. You don't have to step over this big backrest.
Once again, very comfortable back seating, very simple, but you're sitting down in the boat where you belong. It's a secure feeling to have this backrest here and be able to ride here. The thing I like best about the stern right here is the fish box runs all the way from me to you. That means it holds my size fish.
Right behind me, it's a 35-gallon live well that you like so much.
Well, there's reasons why I like it. First off, it's round. Okay, it's mandatory that any live well is either oval shaped or round. There's no corners for the bait to get into. It's got a clear lid, so with a quick look, I can see what kind of shape my bait's in. That's designed for a fisherman. Okay, you're right. I love this area back here. Working forward to the console, there's something I can't wait to show you about this T-top. Let me tell you, there's a lot to like about this console. This 3D almost gives you the effect of this being more of a helm station than a console, doesn't it?
It does.
Now, this looks like this came off a sport fishing boat, but let me promise you one thing. If you stay on the ocean long enough, you're going to need at least one of these 3 things: your fire extinguisher, your first aid kit, or your EPIRB. And what they have in common is you need them in a hurry. Don't be digging through your console and all this. Look what Seafox did. They built you a secondary box back here for your safety gear. You need a fire extinguisher, you need it right now.
Well, I like the fact that they've got this molded T-top, but what I like about it is this big, massive seat. So many offshore boats that we look at have this little tiny leaner seat that's okay for standing, but if you're gonna make a long run, having a seat this massive in the boat is awesome, super comfortable.
Why are there so many 23, 24-foot center consoles? Because the formula works so well. So far, it looks like they've laid out every inch to the max. Let's work up forward, because they've got some ideas up here that utilize space perfectly.
Well, before we leave the helm area, one more thing. Nice big console, side entry door, plenty of room for a head down there, and they carry their storage all the way underneath this front seat. So if you're going to take this boat to the islands, you can take all the gear you need.
Speaking of going to the islands and having your family with you, did they do a neat concept with this forward seating? If you're riding, this is your backrest, okay? You look at this type of stuff, but you know me, if we're trolling, my eyes have got to be on the baits. Just turn around. You've got another backrest right here to look aft with, so you can watch your baits while you're fishing. Cool concept, great place to sit while the boat's slowly cruising or trolling.
They've combined everything for the family and for the fishermen.
Dave, this boat's ready to fish. With your buddies on a serious fishing day or with your family cruising. Either way you look at it, if you're gonna look at a 24-foot center console, a boat in that range, here's one you need to consider.